All right. Deep breath. Let's begin. So I'm going to go through every city. And I'm actually going to... So what's my initial objective? My initial objective, as I mentioned previously, is to remove the Polynesians from the map. So first we're going to do a production sweep. We're going to realign my priorities appropriately. So I'm actually going to, if I can get settlers going in a couple cities that are really quick turnarounds, I'm going to snag that. Gold focus. Production focus. Okay. That does actually turn around a lot quicker. It's a lot better. What the fuck was I doing? I can see where I'd chosen not to do a lot of things. But that ain't gonna fly. A settler first, because I want to have turnarounds of 20 turns so that I can keep my military moving. Let's do this then. Let's do military academy followed by XCOM squad. Let's move to the next city. Krakow. We're going to let Krakow finish the nuke. And then we're going to head... Let's do a settler first, then the nuke. Then we'll do... Let's do a... I'm actually going to do a temple. Bump that nuclear missile back a bit. That'll be fine. Lodge. Exactly how to pronounce it. I have a hunch. Excuse me. Default focus. The fact that I didn't build a ducal stable in the first place was kind of boneheaded. Follow that with an amphitheater, actually. Settlers. Let's see, I had five different settlers going, so we'll do ducal stable, settler, amphitheater, and then finish out guided missile. Yeah, that'll be fine. Amphitheaters next. You're welcome. If you have better ideas of what I am supposed to do, you're welcome to take that and keep it to yourself. I'm joking. If you want to comment, you're welcome to it. I'm not going to tell you. So that's for Wroclaw. I don't know. I'm actually. I think this is one of my higher. 37. Let's actually do this. Hear the sirens. It's not common in my town, but it's unfortunate when it happens. We'll actually front load a XCOM squad before a settler. That'll allow me to kind of buffer the settlers a little bit. Again, we're doing a fighter. I don't know why I was building fighters. Excuse me. Fighters are kind of anemic for their power. So... follow. See, I want to also kind of build up the cultural production of my country. Oh, so many mistakes were made in the past. It's gonna bite. I mean, it's already sour. I didn't have a very good play style leading up. This is why it's such a headache to consider getting back into this game. Okay, well into the save. Really put a bullet in my own foot over this. 4th settler in Poznan. Nimrud, if I remember correctly, is the city with the heroic epic. So that one... I don't need an arsenal. Could do a museum. Let's just keep this city running on. I'm flicking back and forth to try to see the differences. Yeah, just default focus that one. Missile cruisers don't get, if I remember correctly, they don't get morale. So we can just keep going, just stacking XCOM squads. That'll be 15 turns worth of them. Excuse me. Sir, why are you building a mobile sand? First and foremost, let's see what happens with default focus, right? 13 citizen city. We'll dip some money on the aqueduct, amphitheater, and temple. 50 production. Sweet Jesus. Back like that. I can see I was using this city to really buff up production, but I'm gonna delay the city a little bit. Why are you building a destroyer? Why are you building a destroyer and not? Okay, the destroyer's almost done. You don't have an armory? What the? And you don't have a lighthouse and a seaport, despite having offshore oil. What are we doing here? Okay. That's gonna get everything done. Dansk. Okay. For a city on the fringe like this, I'm not going to change that. Fort Cassian, that's my own. Why is this why are we even bothering with a nuclear missile if it's going to take this long? I'm gonna kick that back. I'm gonna do... I have a lot of production in this city. No, I don't. What am I doing? They're only 30 production? But it has all of the military things, right? It doesn't even have a barracks. Keep you busy at least. Shucky. Hold on, I gotta deal with these dogs. Okay. I probably should just edit that out, but, well, if that happens, it's up to whatever deities you believe in, I suppose. Everything just kind of had to go wrong. First, the dogs are acting the fool because a neighbor's outside, and then a scam caller decides to bother me. Maybe we should do something about that. It's neither here nor there. Either way. This city just started on a missile cruiser. I'm gonna see if throwing a lighthouse in this is and a military academy is gonna be helpful. I don't know why I'm producing so little money. Is the XCOM squads? It's probably the XCOM squads. $971 spent on unit maintenance. So, jeez. We're going to throw a lighthouse in here to try to boost growth. Maybe. See, once you get out to these cities, it's kind of like I can't run them optimally because there just is no optimized form. It's just they kind of suck. Now, maybe in another playthrough, you would have had these cities all built up and very nice. Not so here. Why are you building a mobile SAM? Okay, you get to have a mobile SAM. If that makes you feel better, have it. I don't know, man. Maybe we'll throw wealth in this city because it's not like it's going to be accomplishing much. Actually, that's an idea. Let's go through. No, they've got a military academy and everything. They're a coastal city as well, so maybe after this, just task you with a guy missile cruiser, maybe. No, you're not building an XCOM squad if you don't have a barracks. That's not smart at all. And you're a coastal city? Come on. Okay, let me do this. Where is not a worker? Work a boat. Because I need to run around and check all of the coastal resources. Graz. Let's see. Does have a number of things. So we will. I already got the 5 settlers. Whatever. We'll assume we have the 5 settlers. War a Coliseum. Get on that Coliseum fast because war weariness is going to be a killer. Let's have Chechen here work a little bit more quickly to get these the stock exchange built. After that, we'll just focus on just building it out, I suppose. It could be a powerful city, but right now it's kind of anemic. Honolulu. Let's throw a lighthouse again. We got those 2 fish. Aotearoa. Really doesn't have much. Probably won't ever have much. Let's throw an observatory in here, because this observatory didn't cost nothing to me. Oh, and a stock exchange. Yo, word. We don't need a science focus in this city. Default focus. No. Let's gold focus it. Big George. No, we need a market, not walls. Excuse me. It's just kind of a money sink. Let's see. Throw a market. Throw a harbor. Throw a lighthouse. Back to Warsaw. Okay. So I know that's all less than ideal. Let me do this. Options. That'll be useful for getting these workers really working. Because right now they're just kind of mindless. Union City. Pretty powerful city there. Union City. We'll leave those as they are. We'll think about them in a second. Let's do this. Let's start moving naval power back to the Polish homeland. Surprising that these have so many promotions. To a new port. Let's do Honolulu. There it is. Yes. Going off. Stop it. Though it did just occur to me I should probably keep these missile cruisers. See, if the Romans strike and want to take Bialystok, it's not worth the effort to stop them. Paradrop. Yeah. I could probably paradrop them, but... Oh. This fellow doesn't have that ability. Oh. Blind jump. Airlift mode. Where did I want to move these guys? I actually don't recall. I don't have the best strategy right now. So for the time being, we'll move them there. One more thing that's of vital importance is the guided missiles. So that's a range problem. Rebasing the guided missiles back to the homeland will make them, even if this takes forever, will make them more useful in the coming fight. Disregarding the extended pause because the dogs decided to act the fool. One of them is laying next to me and is just like, oh, I had never caused any problems for anyone ever. It's like, yes, you did, heathen. You were the biggest instigator of this. But disregarding that, I have been running for about 30 minutes, and I have not hit next turn once. Part of me is wondering if it would be at all beneficial to if there would be any benefit at all to cutting back on my navy. See, the reason why I had this string of ships is the idea was to try to pen in that carrier with its atomic bomb, because that would at least tie up one nuclear weapon. That was wishful thinking, shall we say. I'll just park it there. It should tie everything down. Alert. So, it's not ideal at all. And the only reason why I'm not going to get rid of these helicopter gunships is because of how much experience they have. These helicopter gunships, the few that are still floating around, they actually were at one point the winged hussars that I'd built. And they're still floating around. I actually don't use helicopter gunships because they are so fragile in my experience. And they're not able to capture cities. They're not able to get defensive bonuses. Like, ultimately their best use case for me is something to have hovering around the Empire to defend. So let's see. Now, artillery. I have a rocket artillery unit. Here. Rocket artillery has a range of 3. 1, 2, 3. So they have to be on this line. But most of that line, or all of that line, is within their defensive territory. So we'll just do this. So many great generals spawned and used that ultimately none of them had names anymore. Plus an additional attack per turn. Ooh. Ooh, that's actually nasty. I like it. You can see how many times I used these as the spear point in my army. So, let's see. I know that's +1 range promotion there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I can stage him up there. Even so, I can stage this one here. Sun Tzu can be parked there. That still leaves me with a bunch of rocket artillery that don't have any other obligations. We'll park these guys over here. Because the one with the two fire missions in a turn, he's definitely... Oh, hell yeah, Sitting Bull. He's definitely going to... Well, he counts for a 3rd artillery unit. I think I try to keep 3 on a mission. Because that's a good way to, you know, put the hurt on the enemy. I know. That would leave Tahiti uncovered. I have a plan for that. Likewise, Tetedeka and Linz are not, air quotes, covered. There is the artillery moving up to Tetedeka, actually, but naval battleships. Do I have anything else that I need to move? Leonville. No idea. And Lublin. I think those were founded by the Austrians before I wiped them off the map. Oh boy. Let's end the turn, see what happens. Processing turn for Rome. This is where it takes a long time. Make a proposal. Host Poland. Bunch of culture stuff. Possible resolutions. Yeah, I'm not gonna mess with that. Nuclear non-proliferation, world ideology, international games, standing army tax. Let's do this. Let's do marble, because I know we don't have marble. It's probably like one of the only ones I don't have. Ooh, no, oh no. Negative 17 money. Yeah, sure, commit the proposal. And if there's nothing if I don't like it, then I can just ignore it and vote against theirs and have a good time. I could rename the United Nations. No, I'm not going to. So let's see. World ideology freedom was not passed. And World Heritage sites are now active. Hell yeah. Cool. Let's see. Strike him just to do it. Alt R. 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 XCOM. Whoa. That'll be fine. Guided missile. So let's see. We can actually just keep the XCOM squads. Alert and ready. I'm not gonna, or well, maybe I will sell it. Yeah, we'll just delete that. Holy, what? Did you just have to recalculate, or was it that expensive? Bazooka. It's just like, oh, it has to be right up against the enemy, and then it doesn't upgrade. Yeah, get rid of that. 17! Oh my god! Yeah, let's... Just a random Roman carrier. Keep the battle line rolling. We... atomic bombs. There is the limit to an XCOM squad's deployment. Wow. Just, yeah, deploy there. Cool, dudes. Shit. I'm not messing with that. I want to keep an eye on that, as long as it's visiting. Visiting. We're just gonna run the turns forward. Keep them going. Yeah. Let's actually reposition. Because that mountain might actually be in the way. XCOM. I love XCOM squads. I do plan to sit down and play XCOM on video. I do indeed. See what these workers are up to. Building a trading post. Lovely jubbly. Maybe let's just go over here. Keep him here. Oh God. Please wait. Bunch of things have been built and done. A lot of things are now rather unhappy with me. I'm keeping those guided missiles in reserve. Let's see. Yes, I want to get these to Aotearoa. Battleships have a range of 3, so these guys have a range of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoosh. Rounding error. Interesting. Infantry. Excuse me. You know what? This mobile Sam, he's not getting anything productive done. We're getting rid of him. Well, if I moved him to the front, he might be useful, except... yeah, no. They're not good for defense. They're only good for anti-air use. Just like, I get it, but come on. Enemy battleships, enemy destroyers. I regard the Romans as an enemy, yes. Ah, yes, that wasn't a full turn rollover. Friendly trade route plundered. Range 3. Polynesian armed forces have quite a lot. Just to kind of secure the border, I think we'll park a city there. Little galley. Sunk. Goodbye. It's taking so long. Great merchant. Nice. I'm not returning that settler to Rome. No.
Might actually be useful. How far away would that be? Far enough that for some reason the game doesn't want to calculate that. It's not a bay, is it? Seven. Okay, we'll just... Hold on. This destroyer has almost nothing for experience. We're getting rid of it. Great merchant. Build a customs house. Ka-ching. Adopt policy. So let's see. Great merchants receive double purchasing lunch grants. Not worried about that. Cost of purchasing buildings, no. Attack bonus, double agents. Ugh. That's useful, that's useful. Useful, but... I think the answer might be tradition. 3, culture in the capital, that's not... No. Increased by 33% in cities that have a world wonder, and I'm certain I've got a whole bunch of world wonders floating around. So we'll do that. And by hitting the Golden Age, that immediately kicks gold production into high gear. Max policy in 12 turns. Kinda barbarian encampments here, there, and everywhere. That's okay. Alright. Turn the turn over. Excuse me. Please wait.
Only within the moment of time represented by the present century has one species, man, acquired significant power to alter the nature of his world.
Built next to a desert. Interesting. Alright. And with that, I'm going to stop here, and I'm going to leave it off for the next episode. An hour for 5 turns, or 4-ish, I suppose. I'm not sure how to calculate that, because we went from turn 605 to turn 610. Massive gap, and that's kind of how it gets with this game in the late game, is a lot of things need to happen simultaneously, so turns just take a while. And I'm trying to refresh myself as to all of my needs. As time goes. Yeah. But I would say that was productive because we are getting prepared very quickly for invasions. I really don't trust the Romans not to drop a sneaky city somewhere. Oh well. I'll just flatten it. So, I think that'll be all for this episode. It's been an hour. I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope to see you on the next one, where we continue this game. Oh boy.